talents, new generation in India, which definitely, if we have the suitable and proper situation for them, we can have new Satyajit Ray very soon in India. Thanks a lot.
در مورد خب سوال اول خب هند ظرفیت سینمایی فوق‌العاده زیادی داره در همه زمینه‌ها، چه در زمینه سخت افزاری چه در زمینه نرم افزاری. برای حال دو تا سینمای متفاوت، سینمای بالیوود رو من نفیش نمی‌کنم. به هر حال سینمایی که قدرتمند میتونه مردم رو به سینما بکشونه، ولی خوبه که در کنار این در واقع بتونه حمایت بشه از سینمای در واقع هنری، سینمایی که در واقع برای مردم باشه و بتونه سطح ارتقاء فرهنگی مردم رو بالا ببره.
The capacity of Indian cinema is a lot. On technical side, actually, even on the content. So I want to say that the Bollywood cinema also is a kind of cinema which can also, it's an industry which I don't want to neglect it. It's important as an industry section side. But if it's supported also from the artistic in cinema as well, it would be a good chance also for the independent films as well to be made.
Among the journalists, we have got a young film director from Bengal, Anindya Chatterjee, who is very keen to ask a question to you.
I would like to ask you one thing which I'm really not sorted out yet. I have made a multilingual film, but in various film festivals that will actually get a very awkward situation when the people watch actually different kind of language in the same film, and finally they come to a conclusion that which film actually I opted to make, which film that I wanted to make. And that is a big question for me to like filmmaker like you, which we have cherished from childhood, like your films and all, starting from Baran to the last one, and everything. So what would be like the multilingual film is just like a sticker.
به هر حال حال محور انسانی که برای فیلمایی که من ساختم سینما ایران در همین زمینه‌هاش که ما تونسته خیلی موفق باشه در عرصه‌های جهانی. در واقع وقتی با زبان فطرت اینجا هم زبان انسانی صحبت می‌کنیم، همه فرهنگ‌ها و همه قشر همه آدم‌ها رو در بر می‌گیره. این نوع نگاهی در واقع خیلی مهمه.
This vision is very important when something comes from heart, and so you focusing on that from your inside. So the language actually can be understandable for all the audiences. It has been actually the style in all my films, that coming from the reality and also coming from the heart. So to be a multilingual also, when it is based on the heart and so inside, can be acceptable for the audiences.
برای مطالعه من ظرفیت‌های هم فرهنگی داره، هم قصه، هم موضوع رو فکر می‌کنم که خیلی زیاد داره. این نکته که به هر حال اشتراکات انسانی مشترک انسانی زیادی هم داره. که لازم من گیم فوکوس بکشم فیلمسازی مثل خود جیترای میتونه سینمای جهانی هم باشه.
And fortunately in India, we have a variety of social subjects and very interesting stories that if focus on that, so the Indian cinema also can be developed in a proper way and also to be welcomed on the all around the world, which is happening at the same time as well.
But I have another thing which is to say like when we go internationally, then we talk about the integrity of the nation, integrity of the social communal integration. So then it's all about a cosmopolitan thing when we get all these language as a sound. It's more or less like a sound. Then how would, what should be the exact term to be used for that particular market? It should be saying like multilingual film or maybe other. That I would really ask.
I try if I got it right in the right way. So you are talking, it's better to make a multilingual film or actually to focus on the original language? This is your question?
No, when ensembling all these languages like French, Armenian, Iranian, Dutch, sometimes German, and everything, every language together. And what shall I call that film?
Using all this language.
What level should we give? It's a French film?
Is it a
It's
French
an Armenian
film?
film? It's a German film or what?
Still, it's confusion for me. So.
Excuse me, I don't get your question really exactly, but if you mean there's a different language in any film should be called by the place that it's made. For example, Majid Majidi is well known for his film which focuses on humanitarian issues, and his film is well understood all over the world, even though with the subtitle. Because then the sound, only Persian speaking is a sound, Indian speaking could be a sound. Other than English, then it's a sound for the audience. But they can understand it. That's why The Children of Heaven was a remake. You know, they made it in Singapore. Exactly the same with different characters with Singapore language. So it doesn't matter if the story is a humanitarian story, is an international story which you can relate to, then it doesn't matter. I think the language doesn't matter anymore. Another thing is very hard because Majid makes simple films and he usually doesn't use superstars, but he introduced a lot of people to Iranian cinema that become stars. And also, there was two different, in my opinion, because I worked with Majid and I distributed his first film, like Children of Heaven. His past film was in one, the rich was the same. Only Muhammad was a big production, something different. And another one was Beyond the Cloud, which is also, Majid says, is very close to Indian culture, but it's a different culture. He was raised in Iran, he was born in Iran. But I think he went through a lot of studies. He studied India because there is a lot of spectacular scenes in Beyond the Clouds that I had Indian friends that they didn't see it. So it means that Majid did a good research on the Indian culture.
Mr. Majidi, I have thank you so much.
So,
He has been waiting for long.
according to your opinion, what roles do film festivals play, or it should play in promoting good films, considering the fact that good films often go unnoticed?
برای فستیوال در این حد خوبه که فیلم ها رو معرفی کنه، ولی من معتقدم که بالاخره در حد معرفی خوبه، ولی خیلی وقت متأسفانه در همین جا زندگی فیلم تموم میشه. به نظر من فستیوال ها باید یه پلی باشه برای مردم و به سطح ریشه در واقع، این که بتونه فیلم میتونه جایی که با مردم ارتباط برقرار کنه و بره تو سینما. به نظر من جشنواره میتونه فقط یه پل باشه.
So I believe the festivals could play as a kind of bridge, that the films can be actually to be received by the audiences and so have the opportunity to be released and to be distributed in the other territories. So the festivals can play an important role in introducing, but as a kind of bridge, and so it's important how to release and distribute it outside.
Mr. Majidi, I have